ankle, knees, hips at home. What we're gonna do, all you need is a wall and optionally a ball. This is a lacrosse ball. You use a lacrosse ball, a tennis ball, something around this size. This isn't a necessity, but it can be a little added benefit. So first thing we're gonna do is our straight leg calf raise, okay? And the ball that we're gonna use, the reason we use the ball is to put in between our ankles like this. This is gonna force us to put pressure through our big toe to keep this ball pinched between our feet, okay? So this allows us to drive pressure through the part of the foot that we want to. Big mistake people make when they do calf raises is they raise up and out onto like their pinky toe. We wanna drive off the inside of the foot, and having a ball of some sorts to give us like that feedback tucked right back, you know, behind that. You got your big ankle bone here. You put that ball right back behind there. In order to keep that ball pinched between our feet, we have to drive off the inside of the feet. So just a little added benefit if you have something like this. So we're gonna do 2 sets of 25 of the straight leg calf raise. On the wall, leaning forward, lock the knees out, drive up, 1 second up, 1 second down, full stretch in the bottom. Like I said, you're gonna do 2 sets of 25 there, okay? In between those sets, we're gonna do 2 sets, 25 of our Tib Raise. And Tib Raise is the exact opposite. So you put your butt on the wall, your feet away from the wall, knees 100% locked out. So I like to put my hands on my knees and make sure they stay locked out. And from here, we're just raising our toes up as high as we can. Just like that. Now the further away your feet are from the wall, the harder it's gonna be. So if it starts to get difficult on me, I can scoop my feet a little bit closer, and it's gonna make it a little bit easier for me to complete the set. We're gonna do 2 sets of 25 of those as well. Now the last calf raise we're gonna do, and you can still use this ball, is our knees bent calf raise. So instead of being straight out like this on the first one, we're gonna bring our feet closer, and all we're gonna do, we wanna keep our torso nice and upright. We're gonna bend our knees. Bend the knees as much as you can until those heels start wanting to come off the ground. That's the angle that we're gonna keep. And you can use the ball on this one too. You can tuck it in the same spot. Bend those knees, max out that range right when the heels start to come up. And from there, we're gonna do the calf raise. Driving through the inside of the foot. And you're gonna notice too, you're gonna feel the muscles right above the knees working on these ones as well. And we're gonna hit 25 of those as well. You can do 1 to 2 sets of that. Next, we're gonna use our wall to kind of keep our back flat. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna tackle those hip flexors and lengthening of the hamstrings. So get that tailbone as close to the wall as you can. Get that back as flat to the wall as you can. My legs are about hip width apart. My toes pointed straight up to the ceiling. I'm put my hands down on the ground out in front of me and push into the ground and push away. Keep my back flat. And from here, I'm gonna raise each leg individually, keeping that knee completely locked out and controlling the leg down to the floor. I'm not hiking it up and letting it drop. Okay, we're not just kicking the leg up and dropping it on the floor. I'm gonna lock the knee out, pick the leg up, control it down, while I push and keep that back nice and flat. 2 sets of 20 of these, 10 each leg. If you wanna make it harder, you can go for a set of 10, but you're doing both legs at the same time. And that one's a lot more challenging, a lot more demanding. Lastly, we got our iso lunge, okay? So you're gonna sit up on the ground, Knees bent at 90 degrees. We have a 90-degree bend on the front leg, 90-degree bend on the back leg, ankle under the knee, and literally straight line from shoulder to floor. And all you're gonna do is bring that back knee off the ground 1 to 2 inches. And we hold this for as long as we can. I want you pushing upwards of a minute each side. That's the goal. Holding this for a minute each side without having to swing, lean, okay, drop, no raising up super high. Don't push the foot out in front of the knee, okay? Up to a minute on each leg.